We're only early in the summer, but Borussia Dortmund have pulled off one of the biggest signings of the window. There's another Bellingham in Germany. Jobe Bellingham joining Borussia Dortmund for 30 million euros. But can Jobe Bellingham eclipse his brother's legacy at the Signal Iduna Park? Today, we are going to find out as I take over as Borussia Dortmund manager as we try to make them European champions. So we have started at the start of the 25-26 season using live start points. This is the default starting 11 that I have been given. And there's the main man there, Jobe Bellingham. Made the move from Sunderland after helping them get promoted to the Premier League. I want him to be a key part of this Borussia Dortmund side moving forward, but he's got some work to do. He needs to earn his spot in the starting 11. Svensson and Jan Couto in the side on permanent transfers, trying to keep it semi-realistic in this opening season. But despite having some absolute superstars on the list, we have got some serious work to do if we want to get Dortmund to the levels that they desire, back to the top of Germany and to the top of Europe. Let the fun at Dortmund begin. But if I'm being a man of my word, then I need to bring Justin Lerma into the club. He's joining Borussia Dortmund on the 1st of July in real life, so I'm making it happen in this rebuild. The young midfielder joining us from Independiente for 1.6 mil. He is not a part of my first team plans, at least for now. If he gets to the point where he's that right overall, then I'm all ears for Justin Lerma, but for now he's going on the loan list. He's not on the transfer list in real life, but with the formation I'm playing, I'm making an executive call, cashing in on Remy Bensabini. Bensabini is joining Ipswich Town for £15.5 million. For the ambitions we have, I couldn't have that amount of money just sitting on the reserves. You ever just look at a player and you're like, yeah, you are the perfect signing? Like this guy right here, Arden Jashari, screams Borussia Dortmund signing. I saw that he was linked with Dortmund and I was like, yeah, this makes total sense. Used him in a couple of rebuilds here and there, but he screams Borussia Dortmund player. 22-year-old defensive midfielder from Switzerland playing at Club Brugge, now a Dortmund player. He is the future plans of my midfield. Arden Jashari signing on from Club Brugge. And look, I know he is a defensive midfielder, but I want to convert him here to a center midfielder. It's going to take about half a season, hopefully a little less, but I want him and Bellingham in the center midfielder position together. You know what? Scratch that. I've been doing a bit of playing around with my tactics and I've got a better idea. Jashari's going to go back to being a center defensive midfielder. I'm actually going to convert Jobe Bellingham to an attacking midfielder. In my previous Sunderland realistic rebuild when he was there, I'm pretty certain I converted him to a DM, but for this one, he's going attacking midfield, and I'm going to make the call, move to a 3-5-2 formation and convert Karim Adeyemi back to the striker position. He used to play there when he was a little younger. His striker stats are in an okay position, but if we can get those up, he will be a huge asset. Ozcan has been rumored with a move back to Turkey massively here. Couldn't get a deal done for him to go to Turkey, but we have got him out of the club. He actually swaps places with Jashari and goes to Club Brugge. And Haya has been linked with a move to the Netherlands. That should have been Ozcan. He goes to Besiktas. Duranville, another young superstar that is rumored with a loan move away. We're sending him to Nantes. And the Gio Reyna era is over at Dortmund. Patience has worn thin. He's at a career crossroads. It's the best for both parties, and I can really see this happening in real life if Gio Reyna leaves. The American will stay in Germany, though, taking a step back to reassess his career at Hoffenheim. There has been big debate, though, about what's going to happen with Gittins, whether he moves permanently to the Premier League or goes on loan. Big rumors around Chelsea wanting him, Dortmund pushing back because they only want a loan, Chelsea want to buy him, but in this universe, I've loaned him to Newcastle United for the year. I can see Gittins being a huge part of the squad moving forward, but for now, I'm going to loan him out. But Ryerson, same deal, left back, don't need him, right back rather, I'm going to sell him on. And that sale is going to allow for something massive to happen. This is not unrealistic. It is Jadon Sancho coming back to Dortmund. Don't rip my head off, lads. He's rumored with a move back to Borussia Dortmund. Same thing, though. They're trying to determine whether it's going to be a loan or a permanent move. I'm going permanent. I'm pushing the chips in on Jadon. We know how good he can be in the Bundesliga and at Borussia Dortmund. I'm hoping for a career renaissance with Jadon Sancho. We know how good he can be. The Premier League was not the move for him. Jadon Sancho back at Borussia Dortmund. Signed from Manchester United for £30 million. With the remaining right and left backs, though, like Daniel Svensson, I'm actually going to convert him into a left midfielder, just 4 weeks to that. And the newly signed Jan Couto, converting him to a right midfielder. We get a really nice move here, though, for Justin Lerma. Our summer signing, heading to Heidenheim on a 2-year loan. Our defenders are sorted. Svensson, now a left midfielder. And Jan Couto, now an 81 rated right midfielder. Oh my God, I did not expect him to get that sort of a +3 growth. I am glad I made that move. I mean, lads, that really does change my whole mindset. Originally, I wanted Brandt to sit at the right midfield role, was going to see how he started, but honestly, it's a better move to have Couto. I might honestly sell Brandt because I want to be committed to Bellingham. That being said, he's 7 overall less. Oh, I've got to do it because if I keep Brandt in the squad, he's going to take game time from Jobe Bellingham. And the whole point of this video is to make Jobe Bellingham a superstar. His contract's up in 10 months. I'm just going to cash in now. I might absolutely piss off the Dortmund fans. But if you've been watching for a long time, remember, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. And well, there it is. I didn't exactly see this coming as quickly as it has, but Julian Brandt is no longer a Dortmund player. I have sold the 29-year-old to Manchester City. And on his Bundesliga debut, Jobe Bellingham scores in a derby matchup against Schalke. Adeyemi as well bagging a brace in his new striker position. That gives me a lot of confidence and reassurance that I made the right call. Jobe Bellingham converted to an attacking midfielder on the very next day. He doesn't get the growth that Couto does, but I think it's a step in the right direction. And Adeyemi's a striker. That keeps him at an 80, but again, step in the right direction. Look, I know I've taken a lot of risks with this side. I've definitely gone out there and made some massive calls from the jump. I am prepared to admit that I'm wrong if it doesn't start strong. I've kept a lot of money in the back pocket. We've got about £80 million to spend in January if things aren't going well. But I'm excited to take a risk. Taking a risk could lead to the renaissance of Borussia Dortmund Football Club. Of course, Dortmund finished 4th in the Bundesliga, scraping into that final Champions League spot. So we are in the Champions League. I would love for us to go on a run, but I'm realistic in the fact that I know we probably don't have the squad ready right now. We start off against Rangers though. Then we face Liverpool, away against Barcelona, Slavia Prague, Napoli, the champions of Italy, Feyenoord away, Real Betis away, and finally Roma away. This is far from a straightforward Champions League group phase. Let's see how it pans out. 1st of January, we sit 4th in the Bundesliga. There is a serious amount of ground to make up if we want to catch up to Leverkusen, Leipzig, or Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich currently on an invincible season. Leipzig were just the one loss. And terrifyingly for us, we have got a lot of quality teams breathing down our neck. A bad run of form, and we could slip to mid-table. But when I looked at the question positions, I mean, Adeyemi and Max Beer are really battling it out for the striker role, 6 and 7 goals respectively. Jan Couto not scoring goals, but getting assists. Jobe Bellingham having a half-decent start. I don't feel like I need to pull the pin in those areas. So with £80 million in our back pocket, I think I'm going to focus on spending it on improving certain positions for the future, getting a young superstar in. And for me, Mickey van de Ven is the perfect signing. He has Bundesliga experience previously at Wolfsburg, and he has been a standout defender in a pretty rocky, we can admit, and crappy Tottenham side for the most part. Let's bring him back to the Bundesliga. Let's bring him back to a big club. Mickey van de Ven joining us at Dortmund. Gonna follow that up with a young Belgian midfielder who is rumored with a move to Borussia Dortmund in real life. From Club Brugge, it is the Belgian midfielder Chamsdien Talbi, who we pick up for £7 million. Sorry, £14 million. I wish I got him for 7 mil. That's how much we have left. There are 3 loan moves I want to make this window. The first is one that I tried to make last window, but it's for Makoko. 6 months at West Ham for him. The second's for the defender Koulibaly. 2-year loan for him at Cremonese. And finally, our January signing, Talbi, heading to Atalanta for 6 months. This is pretty nice to see though, I can't lie. We've ended Champions League phase play, and we have snuck in with the final spot in the automatic rounds. We get ahead of Leverkusen, Club Brugge, Liverpool, some big sides. We go 5-3, and we automatically head to the Champions League round of 16. Let's wait and see who we face. Okay. Getting through to the round of 16 means we get faced up with Liverpool. Awesome. We get Liverpool, granted. There's not many easy opponents that we could face right now. But we've got a date with Liverpool. We head to Anfield for the first leg. It is kind of jarring seeing Jobe Bellingham in there, 76 rated. Lads, I'm going to pause it right there. I'm currently editing and I realized my dumbass did not start Mickey van de Ven in this matchup. Yeah. Tactical genius I am. Compared to the rest of the squad, I hope he's not going to hold us back. Please prove me wrong right now, Jobe. It's a scoreless draw. He has proven nothing wrong, but we are still here heading into the second leg. And a huge blow heading into the second leg. Girassi has been suspended. It's going to be Maximilian Bayer into the starting 11 for the second leg. We look weak up top, I can't lie. Second leg at home against Liverpool, and we go through. I was nervous, but it doesn't matter. He comes in and Maximilian is going to score the winning goal that is going to send us to the Champions League quarterfinals. Strap yourselves in. Quarterfinals, we have a Die Klassiker, Bayern Munich. The biggest fixture in German football is here in the Champions League. Guirassy is back into the starting 11. Sancho goes up to an 84, and we are going to be behind. Ito. We score in the 5th minute, then Harry Kane and Ito go and score. And we now have to travel to Munich and force a come-from-behind result. It's not ideal at all. Guirassy goes up to an 87. We need all the help we can get. Let's just force a 1-0 victory and send this to extra time at the Allianz Arena in Munich. It is a 1-1 draw. We did what I said. Kareem the Dream Adeyemi gives us the lead, but then Harry Kane breaks our hearts in the 81st minute, and he's going to send Bayern Munich through to the semi-finals. We have been eliminated in the quarterfinals. Now we need to step up, make sure we get the job done in the Bundesliga, so we get another chance at redemption in Season 2. Okay. We've finished 2nd in the Bundesliga. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm almost devastated because we only got 1 loss in the entire second half of the season, and that relatively slow start has cost us a Bundesliga title. 3 points away from Leverkusen. We finish above Bayern, we finish above Leipzig, comfortably in the top 4, and in a great position as we get back to the Champions League for Season 2. Who went down in the Bundesliga? It was, Werder Bremen's in the playoff game, Schalke and St. Pauli. St. Pauli with just 1 win all season. That is really bad. DFB Pokal goes to Wolfsburg. We went out to Union Berlin in the quarterfinals, which is disappointing. And Hamburg, just like real life, are coming up to the Bundesliga. Of course, with live start points, you can't control who goes up and down. They almost automatically randomly simulate the other campaigns. So Hamburg, of course, relegated in real life. They should have been in the Bundesliga this year, but at least they're going up next year. It was an all-German Champions League final, though. Bayern Munich coming out on top. That makes me feel a little bit better, given we narrowly lost to them. Bayern Munich win the Champions League. Juventus beat Newcastle, beat our boy Bino Gittins to win the Europa League. Whilst another one of our men is in a European final, but this time it is a victory as Atalanta beat Union St. Galois. Now, this is what I'm most interested in. Who are the superstars? No doubt Guirassy, the beast, is absolutely crushing it here. Jadon Sancho with a great year. I'm not overly certain, though, what to make of Adeyemi and Bayer's year. I mean, it seems like they've been fighting it out for the starting spot. Maximilian, a lot more goals coming off the bench and a lot more appearances. It's a decent year for Adeyemi, but I'm uncertain whether I want to go for another superstar to partner up top next year and really put this debate to rest. Jobe Bellingham, it's an okay season for him. He does get growth, though, which I'm pretty happy about. +4 growth for Arden Jashari. That is brilliant. But how did the lads on loan go? Koulibaly goes up +2. Justin Lerma +4. Duranville +5. Gittins to an 81. That also gives us an interesting debate. Talby +1 for the first 6 months. Makoko +3 in the 6 months here. I can live with that. But somebody we won't be living with next season is Tyler Miser. I'm going to let his contract expire. Coming into Season 2, I have a lot of questions, some of which probably won't even be answered until maybe January, but for now, I know one thing that I want to do for certain, and that is to bag ourselves another top tier defender. We brought in Van de Ven last year. We have an older squad in terms of the defense. Anton just hit 30. Steele is about to turn 31. Emre Can turned 32. So I'm going to bring Matthias de Ligt back to the Bundesliga. Former Bayern Munich man. He's the latest player to jump ship. Well, not directly, but he's the latest guy that's gone from Bayern to Dortmund or Dortmund to Bayern. But Matthias de Ligt is going to join us from Manchester United for 46 mil. Got a bit of a Dutch brotherhood going on here in the backline. Nicolas Siola is the only one of the backline that I do plan on selling, though. Whilst we wait for that cutscene, Duranville has been sent on loan to Crystal Palace, and Siola joins his 5th German club as he signs with Bayer Leverkusen. For the first half of the season, though, I do intend on having a loan-heavy window. I want to make some big moves, but I want to keep my cards close to the chest for the first year. Like I said, 6 months to see and answer some really important questions. Talby, though, want a loan for him, 2 years at Stuttgart. Makoko gets a full year on loan at Wolfsburg, and this was another loan that I didn't know know what to do with Gittins. I can't lie. We're in a great spot where he is going to be a great prospect. And if we get 5-6 years into this rebuild, I'm confident he's going to be the guy. But for now, I just want to make sure he's getting game time rather than sitting behind Sancho. And this is a pretty cool loan move. Gittins to Wolverhampton, a real opportunity to prove himself. Things really do feel quite similar to last year, just with a lot less additions to the squad. I know that I'm going to have to spend some money in January. I just don't know where. To be totally honest, it's a battle between Kudo and Adeyemi. More likely to be Kudo because 0 goals and 5 assists from him wasn't the production I wanted. We've got some big bucks again though. I'm prepared to spend it. I don't think it's unrealistic for us to want to win everything this year though. We were so close to a Bundesliga title. We lost to the eventual Champions League winners in Bayern. We're going to start off though in a really tough way, facing PSG. Follow that with a trip to Greece, a trip to Athens, another trip to Greece, away against Chelsea, away to Sociedad, at home to Ajax in December, and then we rounded out with a home match against Sporting and then a trip against Bodo Glimt. I think this is a lot easier than last year. Still some big challenges, but overall, I think getting automatic qualification is paramount again. In fact, it's the expectation. Also an expectation is if you aren't subscribed and you're enjoying the content, to scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Make sure you don't miss out on a single upload from the JarradHD channel. 1st of January, 2nd in the Bundesliga. We are in a much better position than we were last season. Only 3 points behind Leipzig. Wolfsburg up there. Hopefully Makoko is doing well for them, but not too well. Bayern Munich outside of the top 4 at the moment. Leverkusen also down in 7th. This is our time to strike. And our decision has been made a lot easier. Karim Adeyemi absolutely going off this season. 20 goals and 4 assists already in the first half. You compare that to Jan Kuto, who goes up +1. 3 goals though. I think we need to just splash the cash on a big time right midfielder. I know he's doing well at the striker role, but Karim Adeyemi would have been nice to have there at the right midfield role. And it's all worked out for the best. We have gone absolutely berserk here, and we have signed Kubo from Real Sociedad. Borussia Dortmund have a great history with Japanese players. In my opinion, Shinji Kagawa was one of the most underrated players in world football during the 2010s era. One of my favorite footballers in my teenage years. I know he's in a different position for the most part, but I am going to continue a Japanese legacy at Borussia Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. It is our new marquee signing, Takefusa Kubo, joining us at the club. £60 million to sign him from Real Sociedad. We could have kept Kudo on the bench, but I'm deciding to loan him out just for 6 months. I want to see if I can squeeze a little more growth out of him. 83 rated now. If we can get him to an 84 or 85 at AC Milan, that would be awesome. This is so good. We have finished, equal first, but second in league phase play. Better than last year. Napoli ahead of us, only on, it must be goals for because we've got the same goal difference as them. But regardless, first, second, I don't care. We are heading to the Champions League round of 16 automatically again, getting to skip the playoffs. Hopefully we don't get stitched up with one of the big dogs though. My God, there are a lot of big dogs too. This is a lot better of a draw than what we got last year. It is not Liverpool, it is Red Bull Salzburg. And oh my God, Napoli got stitched up. Napoli got top and got Barcelona. I'm pouring one out for them. But yeah, we definitely, I don't want to talk shit on Salzburg. I know you can't underestimate anybody, but looking at the rest of the field, we definitely got the best draw. But that ain't going to mean anything if we go out now. We need to just absolutely put them to the sword. Adeyemi up to an 85. Come on, fellas. Can we take down Salzburg? First leg, and it's only a 1-1 draw. That is not what I was after. We beat Liverpool in the round of 16 last year. I swear to God, if we go out to Salzburg this year, I'm not going to be happy, man. We're at home. I want a demolition job. I want one, which we get. 3-0. Lovely stuff. Kubo's going to score his first Champions League goal for Borussia Dortmund. We're back to the quarterfinals after a mini heart attack. Sick. Yeah, love that. Really love that. We finish second. Napoli get first, and now we draw each other in the quarterfinals. First versus second. Napoli escape Barcelona. They come back in the second leg, and now we face each other. Napoli, Dortmund, this is a monster test. Bellingham up to a 79, Guirassy up to an 89, Kubo up to an 87. It's good news all across the board. We travel to the south of Italy, travel to Naples, and get a 3-1 win. They get a red card. Buongiorno, who I almost signed in the summer. It was between him or Matthias de Ligt, to who I wanted to go in the back line. And we have clearly made the right call. 3-1 up as we head back to Dortmund. Just don't stuff it up. Do not stuff it up, please. 3-1 up. Give me a boring-ass game. Get us through to the semi-finals with Dortmund. 2-2's fine. Jashari yellow card. I was hoping we didn't see any yellow cards, but I'm hoping Jashari's sweet. We are going to eclipse what we did last season, though. We're into the semi-finals. Oh, my God. All right. It's another trip to Italy. It is AC Milan. Jan Couto. The game doesn't respect loan moves, and he should not be playing against us. If Jan Couto scores against us, I'm not going to be, oh my God, I'm not going to be happy at all. There's been a lot of things in this video that would have made me not happy at all. Luckily, none of them have happened yet. I don't want to start that though. Jashari is starting this first leg away at the San Siro. We win it 2-1, and there is no influence at all. That is beautiful. Adeyemi with a brace. 2-1 up as we take it back to Dortmund. We're 2-1 up. Jan Couto was a non-effect. Do not come into your own backyard, mate, and absolutely don't shoot where you eat. Please do not do that. We're 2-1 up. A spot in the Champions League final on the line, and we're gonna get there. Come on, Anton and Adeyemi. It is a strong second half. Hopefully Sancho's not out, but we are heading to a Champions League final in just our second season at Dortmund. Not too often this year have we had the opportunity to complete a rebuild in just 2 seasons, but the opportunity presents itself. A rare opportunity in that, and we are going to have Manchester City standing in the way. A look around the grounds though, Arsenal have won the Europa League. Roma take down fellow Germans Stuttgart to win the Conference League. But for the second straight year, we have been the bride. Our slow starts. This season wasn't too slow of a start, but again, it has cost us. The draws unable to be converted into wins, and despite a better goal difference, Dortmund are going to be second behind Leipzig. I must say, though, I am pretty happy to see Bayern Munich down in 7th position. Hamburg and Cologne going down to the second division. Leverkusen win DFB Pokal. We absolutely stunk up the joint and lost to Leverkusen in the second round. But when it comes to the relegation playoff, that one is still yet to be played. Dude, we made the right call. I was nervous and I was a little worried that I'd stuffed up last year, but fast forward now, Karim Adeyemi gets himself 35 goals and has helped play a crucial role in getting us to a Champions League final. Also, Kubo, he in half a season has bagged himself 15 goals and 8 assists. Oh my God. Sabitzer as well. Not a key starter for us, but absolutely braining it. Sancho's career renaissance is continuing. An unlikely squad has an opportunity to get our quickest win, to my knowledge, in a rebuild this year. I'm going all out. I'm locking in. I'm drinking my cup of coffee. I want a Champions League title with Dortmund. The home field, not home field, but home nation advantage is definitely it's a nice omen. Playing in Berlin, heading east. Let's get this job done. Got to stop Haaland, though, to be totally honest. Haaland, we can't just let him push through. He gets long shots. Kobel makes the save. We have got to be on top of it with Haaland today. Oh, Jashari evading that one. Get it out wide to Jobe. Jobe. See Sancho against the club where he was a youth academy prospect. We're feeding that there. I hope we're onside. Doesn't matter because we missed. That is a stinker. That makes me feel so much better that we were offside, but bloody hell, what a stinker of a finish. Haaland, I need to cover with my defensive midfielders. Not like that. Kobel, great save against the former Dortmund man. Haaland, bro, he's going to be the death of me. No, that's a great pass. Kobel, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, all right. I don't know how we didn't concede there. I'm okay with that. Great save, Kobel. Can we get something on the counter, though? Jashari. I think Adeyemi's onside there. The defender stepped up. Adeyemi scores! A wonder save from Kobel leads to a counterattack. I was just thinking how I needed to use Adeyemi's 97 pace to our advantage more. And, well, we got to see it in all its glory when the defender steps up as pathetically as he did there. Absolutely getting on the wrong side of the City defender. I think that was John Stones. And Karim Adeyemi is going to fire us into the lead in this Champions League final. That is the killer blow we needed before halftime. Do not allow City a route back into this one. They've put that on a dime piece. Good block, Matthias de Ligt. Haaland, I'm trying to get to him. We're not fast enough, but de Ligt, what a game the Dutchman is having. Just can't keep Haaland in control. Yes, de Ligt, that's 3 in a row. He has got him in his absolute pocket. Sancho to Jobe. Come on. Oh, I saw them lunging in. Just go with Jobe. Jobe! Oh, it's straight at the keeper. I didn't know whether to try tucking it near post or whether curling it into the corner was the best route. Get to that. Haaland's gone for the Van Persie. You are not him. Nothing silly, lads. Just retain possession. I don't care. I'm passing it around the back because we have got the job done. and for what I believe might be the first, if not one of the few occasions in FC 25, we have completed a rebuild in 2 seasons. And honestly, despite a few efforts of surge from Haaland and City, I felt like we were in control of this one. Matthias de Ligt, my man of the match. Absolutely pocketed Erling Haaland. He deserves all the credit right now. We've taken an unlikely route and an unlikely time period given the route, but this Borussia Dortmund side with Jobe, Bellingham, and a whole bunch of mixed match players have successfully become European champions in just 2 years. Lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.